my dear students, in the previous video we have seen we can derive the Cartesian coordinates. Okay. Now in this video we will be discussing the steady state heat transfer in the plane slab. So let us see how we can calculate the steady state heat transfer in the plane slab. So my dear students, we know the fundamental equation for Cartesian coordinates. So what is the fundamental equation? So fundamental equation is given by your fundamental equation is del square t by del x square plus del square t by del y square plus del square t by del z square plus q generation by k kappa is equal to 1 upon alpha del t by del small t. Okay, my dear students. So let us see the assumptions. What are the assumptions here? So what are the assumptions, my dear students? What are the assumptions? So assumptions are number one, we have already taken steady state heat transfer. Steady state heat transfer, that is, properties are not changing with respect to time. Like temperature is not changing with respect to time. Temperature is not changing. Heat transfer will not change. Heat transfer will not change. That is, at 280 degrees Celsius there is only heat transfer of Q. At 170 degrees Celsius there is heat transfer of Q. Now my dear students, second is your one-dimensional heat transfer. Heat transfer. And third, you know, material is homogeneous. Material is homogeneous and isotropic. And isotropic. This equation you have seen. And isotropic. And conductivity is constant, means it is independent of, K is independent of temperature, you know. And number fourth one is, which is most important, there is no heat generation. There is no heat generation. There is no heat generation. So we have these assumptions. So what we can have by these assumptions, let us see. When there is a steady state heat transfer, that means that dt del t upon del small t will become equal to 0. So this part will go up. Now there is no Q generation. Okay, and there is one dimensional heat transfer. This part will become 0. So the equation will become your del square t by del x square, which can be written as d square t by dx square is equal to 0. So the partial will become total. Partial derivative will become total derivative. Total derivative. Okay. So this will be your equation. This will be your equation. So my dear students, after applying all the assumptions, we are getting this equation. Now let us find out what will be the heat transfer in a plane slab by applying all these assumptions. So let us see. Let us see carefully. Come to board. Come to board. I think you are enjoying. You are enjoying. Let us see. Let us see. If there is any plane slab, let us say this is your slab. There is any plane slab. Let us see, this is your plane slab. In this, let us assume this is your temperature T1. The surface temperature of this left face is T1 and the surface temperature of this left face is right face is T2, and the area of this slab is, like, let us take it A, okay, and this is having conductivity kappa K, okay, this is having some conductivity K, okay. Now let us assume T1 is greater than T2. That means there will be some temperature profile. There will be T1 is greater than T2, so there will be some heat transfer in this direction Q. Okay, my dear students, there will be some heat transfer in this direction. So now let us see. We know from the fundamental equation we have got, from the fundamental equation we got what? We got, that is your d square t by dx square is equal to 0. We have got this equation, okay. Now one-dimensional heat transfer is there. Conductivity is not dependent on temperature, that is independent of temperature, and T1 is greater than T2. Let us do. So when I will integrate this equation, I will have a temperature gradient. So I am just assuming that there is a linear temperature profile, and let us see how it will come. So if I will integrate this equation, so integrating equation first, we will have what? We will have that dt by dx is equal to C1. One constant will be there, okay, so again integrating, so this will become your, let us say, equation number second. Now integrating again, what we will have? Integrating again, we will have what? We will have that T is equal to C1 x. So we are integrating this equation we are integrating, and we are getting this. So again integrating this, we have got this equation. Integrating this, we have got this C1 x. So this will become C1 into x, plus there will be some constant C2. Okay, let us assume this is your third equation. So what are the boundary conditions, my dear students? So let us see what are the boundary conditions. Let us see what are the boundary conditions. So boundary conditions are, so in this direction we are assuming x, okay. So at x equal to 0, the temperature is what? T1, okay. So at x equal to x, the temperature, or we can assume the length to be L. Let us assume the length is L. Let us take length is L. So at x equal to L, the T will be equal to T2. So we have x equal to 0, we have T is equal to T1. X equal to L, we have T is equal to T2. So this is first boundary equation, and this is, let us take second boundary condition, okay. Now applying boundary conditions in these both equations, applying boundary conditions, we have what we will have. So when I will put x equal to 0 there, so what I will get in this case? So this will become T1, the x equal to 0, the T is equal to T1. So putting these first boundary condition in equation number third, so this will become T1. So T will be equal to T1 into C1 into x, which is 0, plus C2. So we will have C2 is equal to T1, because this part will be 0. So we have got that second constant, value of the constant, second constant. Now putting boundary condition, second boundary conditions, what we will have? Second boundary condition, at x equal to L, the T is equal to T2. So at x equal to L, the T is equal to T2. So this is C1 into L plus C2. What is the value of C2? T1. So my dear students, I will have C1 is equal to T2 minus T1 divided by L. So I have the value, both values C1 and C2. So I will put in the equation number third, and what I will go to, let us see what I will have. Let us see. So this will become your T is equal to T is equal to C1 into X, which is nothing but your T2 minus T1 divided by L. C1 is T2 minus T1 divided by L into X plus T1, which is nothing but C2. C2 is equal to nothing but T1. So this will be your temperature at any distance X from that left face. This will be your temperature at any distance X from your left face. So you can analyze, you can see this is the equation of line. You know y is equal to mx plus c. Y is equal to mx plus c, you know the line equation. So that means this temperature profile will be linear because we are getting a line equation. So this temperature profile will be linear. Okay. So now my dear students, let us calculate heat transfer. In this case. What will be the heat transfer? So heat transfer in this case will be given by what? Is given by that Q is equal to, by Fourier's law you know, that is kappa K minus into area A into dt by dx. You can calculate the heat transfer. So can I calculate the value of dt by dx? Yes, I know the value of dt by dx, which is what? I can calculate the value of dt by dx from this equation. So this will become T2 minus T1 by L. So what will be dt by dx? Dt by dx will be d by dx of T, which is nothing but T2 minus T1 divided by L into X plus T1. So this will become dt by dx will become equal to what? This will become, or you can directly have from the constant C1, which is the value of C1. You can put out the value of C1 directly here. So this is nothing but T2 minus T1 divided by L, which is nothing but the value of C1 minus kappa A into T2 minus T1 divided by L. Okay. So this will be the heat transfer for your plain slab. By conduction. Okay. Now, so let us take that Ka down. Let us analyze what will happen. So this is your heat transfer, or this can be given by Q is equal to kappa into area T1 minus T2 divided by L, or this can be given by Ka dt divided by L, or this can be given by dt by L by Ka. So this will be your heat transfer equation, and from here we can calculate the temperature change or dt, which will be equal to Q into L by Ka. So we will be using this equation in your electrical analogy concepts to calculate the conduction resistance or various resistances in the plain slabs. Okay.